Okay guys, so I just grabbed my Dollar Tree knife. Gonna continue to basically trim this piece out of here. Looks like it's working very well. I gotta go up as well though, because I haven't broken the seal up here yet. And I'm gonna need this stool. There's no doubt about it. So very, very disappointed about this whole situation. It's a major situation. And I really don't know if it's this window causing it or was it from a beforehand mistake here at the Opera Tiny House. Well, we will find out shortly. That is for sure. So, you guys get to see me gut the tiny house, get back to the roots. Pretty crazy. Not that I want to, but it has to be done. Nobody ever wants a disaster to happen. Oh, tripe. It's held up at the top pretty good. Yeah, spray foam. The tricky part is getting this thicker piece out of here, because it doesn't seem to want to move too very well here. It's not good. Probably because of this foam on the wall. Well, there we go. Getting some movement now. If I can get my hand behind the portion, it might be okay without damaging it. Then we can see what the hell is going on here, folks. The bottom is almost out from what I can see. Almost. Keep working this side, I guess. That's the best thing I can do. Hopefully not to damage it too badly here. The bad news is, I don't know when I'll be able to stay over here again, now that we know mold is happening. Because I gotta fix this, replace stuff, repair stuff, and I have a similar stain that went on my flooring back there. That's black as well. And if that's the same indicator, then tiny house might be molded out, which means tiny house might be game over, which I really don't want to happen. And I don't know if any of you guys want that to happen either, because you're watching the channel. This is not good, one way or another. How to get foam board out of a wall. Man, what a nightmare. Maybe I gotta work the bottom more. Well, tiny house dreams are looking like they're getting dashed here, guys. It's not good. Because that means this lumber most likely has to be replaced. And with the price of lumber and the amount of Patreon help I'm getting now, it'll never happen unless I get some serious people joining. This may kibosh my other projects too. I'm saving up for batteries and fixing the water setup. And now, here we go. There we go, folks. We're getting there now. Oh. I'm going to tilt the camera, guys, because down here at the edge, I've moved this though, for you to see it, is where it looks like the most concentration is of the nonsense. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what does this foam board tell me? A lot. Look at this, guys. Looks like, from my investigative abilities, we have some rusted fittings that are leaking water down. Follow the foam, follow the rust, and hitting the 2x4 down here. The outside of the tiny house. That looks like white mold, black mold, and looks like, look on this wall, you can see those fittings, even this one, are leaking. And that's where the water's coming in at. And guess what, guys? Most likely that runs down the entire tiny house roof, and this is molded up here as well. Holy crap. And then I got some spray foam in there. And it looks like it's been rust coming down here. Let me kick that light on. Give you guys some more light. And me some more light. So look at this. Holy crap. Tiny house may be in trouble, guys, and I mean seriously unrecoverable trouble. That is wet sawdust, soaking wet. Still wet. Look at it all. Wow. I'm in serious trouble here, guys. Serious trouble at the off-grid tiny house. Very serious trouble. Like abandoned ship. This is all cracked. This whole 2x4 is cracked somehow too. Like it's been shifted. Look at that. Shifted here. Holy crap. So this is not good. This is yeah. Not good at all. Not good. The problem with this is, if I pull this up, the subfloor will be wet as well because gravity. And who knows what kind of worms that's going to lead to. So, somehow, these connections are leaking. And from what it looks like, let me pick you guys up. Give me a second here. Like I mentioned, I taped these up, but these connections are leaking and they go both down both ends of the tiny house, which means I probably have to pull all my walls out to fix it, which will not be a quick project. Holy camole, folks. Holy camole. Holy camole, 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 camole. Desperate. I am. This is desperate times here, guys, at the tiny house. Not looking good whatsoever. Long-term plans may be dashed for the off-grid tiny house. Holy moly, moly, moly. Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this wall down. Because, why not? I'm going to have to anyways, right? To see what I can see. Damage-wise. Oh, that spray foam peels off pretty easy, actually. Okay, where's my knife on the floor? Wow, guys. I am very worried now. My luck has just been wonderful with this place, I'll tell you that. So this is like one of these calling all cars moments where if I don't have some serious help financially via you guys on YouTube, that could end this entire channel and project. Especially with the price of building materials right now. This is not fun. I have to cut this piece off, porcelain, to get it out of there. At this point, do I want to save the boards? Because, oh boy. Okay, as you can see, it's been running down, and as you can see the bottom, it's been pooling there. And not only that, guys, take a look at this. This is wet sawdust that I'm just taking off with a knife, that similar to the other side. Wet, wet, wet sawdust. Now I know where the black ants, carpenter ants, were coming from. Apparently they were looking for this stuff. Wow, wow, wow. If you only knew how pissed off I'd be, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now guys, I have a choice ahead of me. A serious choice. And I can't set up this camera worth of crap because I got no helpers. No helpers. Rob in the off-grid tiny house has a serious problem ahead. Very serious. That means I have to pull down every single one of my walls in the off-grid tiny house. Now you guys knew I was going to change layout in the bathroom area, but not to this extent. It means I have to pull down every wall, the ceilings, and basically get back to square one. Do I want to invest that type of money into this project at this current point is the question. I'd have to rip the floor up because obviously the water was going somewhere, and looks like it just went down onto the subfloor. Some of it got onto my flooring material and was pooling, and that's how I discovered and started ripping into this. So I made a ginormous mistake of not spray foaming the walls. As well, I did the ceiling. I should have did the walls. And probably wouldn't have this issue. But who knows? So guys, calling every single one of my subscribers and Patreon members to comment on this video. Because this is a huge project, like almost rebuild the tiny house type of project. I need your guys' input because I'm going to need mega bucks in order to do this right. Because if I rip all the lumber out of here, I'm going to have to spray foam the walls to seal this entire trailer, and that's going to be costly. Replacing that lumber, as you know, is going to be costly. And do I want to go forward with this at this point with this much going on? Wow. So major disaster at the off-grid tiny house. Obviously, all because of these rusty little things that have capped the roof on the tiny house. They have been all leaking. Rusted, leaked through for years now. We have black mold, white mold. We have saturated lumber. We have a complete and utter nightmare here at the off-grid tiny house. Which means, in order for me to rip this thing apart, I have to take everything out of the tiny house. Which means I would have to I have to talk to my parents. Where am I going to put all this stuff? Oh, man. Okay, guys, so the question is, do I proceed gutting the entire tiny house? Or should I put stuff back together and abandon the tiny house and sell it to someone on the cheap? Because literally, it's going to cost an arm and a leg to fix this situation. Yeah, I really don't know where to go from here. I'm going to look forward to all of my subscribers and Patreon members' comments and go from there. Because in order for me to do this proper, I have to pull down every single wall, pull out all the studs, pull out all the insulation, evaluate everything, pull out the subfloor, pull out all that insulation, check for mold. So basically got this thing back to square one where we started. Boy, oh boy, am I pissed. Oh yes, sir. Yes, I am. Oh boy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have a little bit of Flex Seal left. I'm gonna have to go on the outside of the tiny house, spray where these divots are, the full length of the tiny house, both sides. That way any more incoming rain doesn't infiltrate, if that makes sense. So yeah, and my dad just pulled up, so I get to show him this, and yeah, what a day, guys. So Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House, possibly the last time, don't know, but serious trouble, serious. So guys, you feel for me? You want to help me out? Donate now. One-time donation. Go to my YouTube channel. It's up in the right-hand corner where to donate. You can do PayPal or Patreon one time. Or you can stay a Patreon and continue to donate and help me get out of this mess. Other than that, comment. Let me know what you would do. Consider, I'm in Canada. The price of everything here is double. If you live in the United States and come to Canada, your prices are considered double here for anything and everything. So just remember that. Remember, I'm on a very tight budget, and it looks like my budget and what I was saving up for has been completely dashed and destroyed. So yeah, gonna go show my dad. He's just opening his trailer up, and we're gonna go from there. Tiny house, unlivable now. At this moment. Mold, damp, water, not good. Alright guys, wish me luck.